What's up, fight fans? I'm here in Orlando, Florida with
Antonio Arroyo, baby.
And he's got an incredible fight coming up. He's got a rematch with Smiling Sam Alvey. They're headed to Nashville here in a couple weeks, so thank you for sitting down with me and answer a few questions.
Sure, let's do it.
All right. Last time we saw you enter the pit, you were challenging Sam Alvey for the heavyweight belt. That bout didn't go the way anyone wanted, so take me through the aftermath of that fight from your perspective.
Oh man, the frustration, the feeling of frustration of something incomplete. It just drives me nuts. The anxiety behind it. So I've been just waiting and trying to get ready, trying to improve, because I know he's gonna be ready, and I know he will be better than the last time. So I also have to.
Mm-hmm. And it looks like you haven't been out of shape or out of the gym really since you returned home to Brazil.
Yeah, I took a week off the gym, but I couldn't relax with my diet and my mind, especially, because I'm always in my head. I always picture the situation. You remember that day? I was celebrating. I was doing my thing. I always get so explosive when I win, and I really celebrated. And I did. You know what? I think this fight I won't celebrate it. I already celebrated last time.
You know, wait until your hand's officially raised before you let yourself get crazy.
Yeah, right. So.
Yeah, it's so tough when a fight ends in a no contest like that. I mean,
I had no control.
Yeah, I mean, it was obvious to me at the end of that fight that they'd be running that fight back immediately, and it seemed pretty inevitable. Sam had a broken foot going into it, ends in a no contest. Do you feel any pressure going into enemy territory to rematch for the title?
It won't be my first time. It won't be my first time at enemy territory. I've been fighting in the USA for my whole life, and I'm Brazilian, so I'm always out of territory. Mm-hmm. Sometimes it's not my opponent's hometown, but it's never my hometown, so I'm just used to it.
Mm-hmm. And what was it about karate combat in particular that attracted you at the end of your UFC run? Why didn't you go other directions? Was there something about karate combat that was like, yes, that's where I need to be?
I just like the style, the set rules, mm-hmm. The set of rules that make it so more dynamic. I hate being grinded down and just hold it down. If the guy's trying to finish me, it's okay, but sometimes when you're fighting MMA, the guy, all he does is drag you down, lay on top, or even he just stops the fight. He stops the fight. Mm-hmm. And we can do that in karate combat.
Yeah, if they're stalling, they're going to stand you up. It has to be continuous ground and pound, or they're
and that's my specialty. I was never that great of a grappler, but I feel myself as a great striker.
Mm-hmm. So talking about never being able to fight at home and always going into enemy territory, what would it mean for you to bring the heavyweight title home to Brazil?
Oh yeah, man. If I could bring the heavyweight title in Brazil, I would make everything that we could do. We could go over there and make a great event over there. Because of course, it's a new market for them. Mm-hmm. They've never been in Brazil.
And the fight culture in Brazil is so strong.
So strong. We used to be better, more hyped behind fighting. After the last 5 years, I think 10 years, it's kind of cooling down. But I think it's gonna be up at any moment. So.
Mm-hmm. I was just at UFC, 301 in Brazil, in Rio de Janeiro.
It's always hype.
It was absolutely incredible. The energy in that arena was unlike anything I've ever imagined, so I can imagine with karate combat and how many Brazilian champions there are, especially if you took that heavyweight title and then defended for the first time in Brazil.
That was the plan. That was the plan since the first fight. Mm-hmm. I was already supposed to be defending that title. Mm-hmm. But it is what it is. He had a broken foot. We had to wait. I'm just glad he's tough and he's still doing it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I'm so glad he didn't rank from it.
Yeah, for sure. And what adjustments have you made to your game plan for the rematch, or have you made any? And how would you like the fight to go?
I believe this time he will be faster. He will be more aware. And the first time he didn't even touch me. He didn't land a punch. Maybe this time he will.
Mm-hmm. He won't be compromised with his broken foot this time.
Yeah, and he felt me as I felt him. So we were already confident in fighting each other. Mm-hmm. I think it's going to be more of a fight. Last time was more me fighting and him just trying to
Catch
me. Yeah. This time I think it's gonna be more of a fight.
More
We're gonna be more back and forth, yeah. But you shouldn't pass the third round.
You think you're going to get him out of there before then?
You shouldn't pass the third round.
All right. Now, you've given me some fire recommendations for places to eat around the world. I mean, I went out to Albuquerque and I put it on my story, said, where should I go eat? You shoot me over a message, said you have to go to Saggio's. Absolutely incredible. I'm out in Rio de Janeiro and you said you have to go to Fogo. I took a bunch of friends over there. It was fantastic. So what's your recommendation for food in your hometown? And then
Belém?
Yeah.
Oh man, Belém. You know what? The north of Brazil has a culinary food that it doesn't have in the rest of the country. It is so rich, but it's so it's like something from our land. We only have there, so it's different. It's quite different. You have to. We do a lot of açaí, the real one. It's not like the ice cream. And we eat it like food, like with shrimps, with meat. We have tacacá. We have so much things. Once I get a champion, I'll make sure Carnicom brings to Belém, and we'll all feel and taste it and feel happy. Yeah, experience it. It's gonna be awesome.
And do you have a recommendation for a food spot here in Orlando?
No, unfortunately, I
don't.
don't. That's the first time I'm here. That's the first time I'm here. I was trying to find some crumble cookies.
Crumble cookies? Yeah, Alex Nicholson's really high on the crumble cookies. He loves those so much. So maybe I'll text him and find out which ones to order. So we've got a couple really big matches coming up this weekend. We've got Alves versus Vic for the main event, Karate Combat.
You already know. I saw your video and Sam choosing Vic, James Vic. Of course, I have to go with Alvin, my Brazilian friend. We actually trained together way back ago, like 2011, 2012, way back ago. Of course, I'm on his corner.
Now, what's he going to bring that's going to surprise you?
He's like me. He's explosive. He's fast. He does fancy stuff. I just believe Vic has the pressure, but I don't know, man. He's too stiff.
You don't think he's going to be able to roll with the punches?
The longer a fight gets, the best chance he has.
All right.
That's what I think.
And how about our main event for UFC 303 this weekend? Yuri Prohaska, Alex Pereira. Who do you have?
And again, I have to go with the Brazilian. Even though I think this one will be more of a fight. It won't be like that. Like last time, it was like kind of looked like a fluke.
Yeah, he caught him just
He
right.
caught him.
And Yuri did go on to admit that, yes, I was caught, I was out. It was a good call by the ref.
It was a punch left, like, he didn't work that punch up. He landed. He has that kind of power. He can land one punch and finish the fight. But it doesn't mean he's better. Now I think we're going to see who's really better. It's going to be more of a fight.
I think Yuri's going to come in more hungry.
Yeah. But also more careful, especially with that left hook.
I don't think anyone really respected Pereira's power moving up to 205. It took him a little while to prove it. But, I mean, there's no disproving it now. So
that's for real. I think he won't throw himself that much at Pereira this time, Prohaska. He was like throwing himself at him. He won't do that again.
He'll fight him more.
Yeah, more from the distance.
For sure. Well, you heard it here, guys. We've got our challenger for the heavyweight title at complete odds with our heavyweight champion for his picks for the fights at the weekend. Thank you so much for taking the time.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ravi.